What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another vid. We're going to do the second half of the week here with our squat workout. Just going to kind of walk you through how I'm approaching heavier singles and kind of where this program is leading me. So pretty typical. We're going to warm up. We're going to make sure everything's on point. We're going to make sure depth is good. We're going to make sure I'm stable and just kind of remember our cues when we're squatting to get those heavier and heavier weights. So like I mentioned in a previous video, we definitely want to try to keep our warm-up sets consistent so that we are, acclimating appropriately, and then also our warm-ups are predictable. And then as we get into heavier and heavier weights, we can take, slightly bigger jumps and then reduce the rep range just to make sure that we're fresh and ready to go for those heavier sets. Because we don't hit them as much every so often in the program when we do have to go heavy, though, we want to make sure that we're, prepped and we have ample preparation in order to make sure those reps look the best possible. So definitely finding my groove here, trying to lock everything in. Something I'll do if I notice I'm tipping forward in squats is I'll rotate those elbows forward, and it kind of just helps lock in that bar. Sometimes with the weird little hump in my back, I can dip forward if I don't sit back enough on the squat, and you'll see it here pretty emphasized. And this workout I kind of overdid it. I think I was overthinking. This is my first squat over 400 in a while though, and again, not the best squatter in the world, so I kind of get in my own head. And this is our last warm-up. I'm trying to just dial this in. But I think one of the lessons I learned is don't change anything. In the previous weeks where I was building up, if you introduce a new technique that you haven't been training, it's going to throw things off. So you'll see here, and in this workout, I'm not the happiest about the depth because normally I sink all my squats, but something about squatting 400 with me, I get in my own head about it. But the more I do it, the better I come out of it and more confident I am. So I feel like I cut these short normally than what I normally do. I usually bottom out my squats, but just looks like I had the strength to go a little bit deeper, but when you're in the hole and everything feels heavy, it's a little scary. So I did some back off sets with 331, and this angle is a little bit better though, but you can kind of see depth. I may, the heavier sets, start filming from here, but you'll see my hamstrings hit my calves, and that's when I know there's nowhere else to go so come out of the hole. So I just wanted to do those. I felt like anytime you're doing singles, I just wanted to do a few more back offs just to get some extra reps in. But again, the focus of the squat is to just get as strong as possible. Next on the menu was sumo deadlifts. So again, always confident in my deadlifts. Some days they do feel heavy and there is a little bit of resistance, especially after you've hit a heavy squat set. You're a little bit depleted. So you'll notice lockout's a little slow here, but these move pretty well, especially if we're doing 400 singles. And I was pretty happy with that. I didn't feel like I was completely wrecked. Still had gas in the tank to do the rest of the workout, which you'll see at the end of the vid if you stay for that long, and you can kind of see the other exercises done. So next day was going to be bench press as usual. So I'm going to film more exercises. I'm just kind of backed up on workout content now. So as I'm getting more modern and current with what I'm training, I'm going to show you guys more stuff. These are just kind of the most exciting lifts, which, is saying something because this powerlifting style training is not the most interesting. It's fun when you're hitting new PRs, but those don't come around as often, especially when you're on a specific program. You're kind of controlled. So very rarely do I ask a spot, but this is my buddy Jonah here. 300-pound bench, or 308, I'm sorry. And usually with these, I get a little less confident. This wasn't my most confident week, as you can probably tell by the theme. And so I just like to have that extra person there. But you'll notice anytime I do any heavy lift, I'll have the safety spots up. So if I were to fail, that can kind of just fall. And I've trained that where I can get out of there if I need to. But sometimes just having that person there is a good confidence booster. And then I did another back off set after. So I did 264, 265. Just for a few reps here after those singles. And it's important to hit singles because you do want to condition yourself for those heavier lifts. Just to make sure, if you don't train that CNS, you're not going to be able to move that weight. And you can build muscle and definitely build strength using high rep techniques though, but there's a specific skill in being able to lift a heavy weight consistently over time, and you should be training those. You should be doing both. You can do both in the same workout. So normally when I do my hypertrophy, it's a lot of high rep stuff. So here I did 12 reps on these, and then I did some back off sets. I usually am only showing you one set, and once again, the workout's at the end where you can kind of see everything I did. But I train strength and I train hypertrophy in the same workout because I want the benefits of both. If I'm only doing straight training, I'm bored, and I feel like I'm leaving a lot of effort and stuff in the tank. Like I feel like I could do a little bit more. There's a benefit to being able to reach muscular failure and CNS failure, but the CNS failure will, require longer recovery, and it may impede your lift. So you have to find a balance between the two. And I think I found it recently where I'm tapering and using progressive resistance on everything, and adding and removing exercises I feel that may not benefit me. So this is our last workout of the week. Usual log clean strongman stuff, and I'm thinking of incorporating some other strongman stuff, but somebody broke our stone of steel, so I don't really do that, and it's just kind of hard to get strongman stuff set up in this gym. You can go outside though, but it is, it's not level ground, so it's a little struggle to get all that coordinated. So just working up here. I really love log. It's probably my second favorite lift outside of deadlifts, and I love the clean specifically just because I feel like it's just I can groove with it. Couple things here. Elbows I definitely should keep higher, and I actually missed this one because of that. If you're not technical with these heavier weights, you're going to miss, and then you'll see me adjust here, and I'll take my time and just kind of try to do my best to get that log up there. So doing back off sets again here just to kind of get more reps, get more practice with the technique, make changes I feel that I need to make. So 245 for triples here just to kind of get the blood flowing and to be able to make sure I can keep my momentum and just extra time under the bar, so to speak, just to get better at the lift. So moved on from there, another back off set of that. Like I said, you can train for strength and you can train more moderate or for hypertrophy in the same workout. Obviously this isn't a lift you're going to use to get hypertrophy gains, but it will allow you to move most weight possible in this form, and that will carry over to your other lifts and make you stronger overall. So that's kind of the game plan there. And then the clean and press, so I will come back when I'm more depleted just because my press isn't as great and I can be a little bit more technical. So still working on the technique here. It's weird feeling balanced with this big log and pressing, and sometimes I'll stutter like that, and it takes some time to clear it. Usually the second rep's a little bit better. I'm not going to lie, this is a pretty heavy week, so wasn't my best showing, and I feel like I left some reps in the tank, but I cut it when I wasn't feeling not borderline that I was going to injure myself, but more fatigued than I normally do, and so I'll cut it there if I'm not feeling the greatest. So like right here, yeah, that was definitely a grinder. I could have set up better for that, and you're going to see in this set here. And unfortunately, it cuts off a little bit early. I'm not sure why. I guess I edited it. Kind of funny, but essentially did that workout and then did arms after, which is pretty typical. I don't want to do too much. I'm not trying to, kill myself in the gym or whatever. So just working out hard, trying to go through the movements and get better at each and every one of them. Trying to, provide different angles to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that's the end of the vid. Stay tuned for more workout at the end here to kind of see everything else I did. Keep following along. We're going to keep making progress, making gains, and, try to make this channel bigger. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.